moving on to our next bike here. Gentlemen, I'd like to bring up, many of you know him, it's Don MD. Don MD, as you may know, was the winner of Daytona 200 in 1972 on a Yamaha. He was only, what, 6 years old, I think, at that time, so he's doing quite well. So Don has spearheaded a project with Yamaha that I don't think I'll say too much more. I'll let him talk. And I think you're going to be pretty excited to see what's underneath this cover. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Don MD.
Thank you, Bob. For about the last year and a half, I've been working in the United States. Of course, we have a magazine of our own that we do as our business, but I say working with the people from Riders for Health and trying to get the fundraising going here in the United States. And we've been successful, creation of some chapters, and we've had a couple of auctions and represented them at Laguna Seca and the Indy GP.
Well, Riders for Health is a program that has been going on for about 20 years. It was created by Randy Mamola, former GP star, American, as well as Andrea and Barry Coleman. And it goes to raising money to put motorcycles on the road in Africa. Delivering medicines and medical supplies and whatever all throughout there, and they have over 2,000 motorcycles already in operation in the 20 years. And so obviously there's a lot of money involved in not only building, getting new bikes, but even just keeping the ones they have going, because their program is very involved in not only buying the bikes, but they have to service them and buying the parts, and they keep it. So they have a great infrastructure to keep them all going, but it's costly to do.
This is our first project that we have completed. And it was about a year in the making. In January this year, I was in with Bob Starr and Kim Knupp and their office at Yamaha, and explained to them my idea to take a Yamaha R1 and to take the man that is the most most connected, I think, right now with anyone in the world with Yamaha and in the sport, Valentino Rossi, and to create a machine that would really be dedicated to the theme that Valentino, the colors and the design that he has worn around the world.
And so I went to Bob Starr at Yamaha and I said, I think we could do a really great project for Riders for Health that would get, with Yamaha, if we can get Valentino Rossi to give us the okay to put his special 5 continents design on it. And of course we'd have to get the support, AGV, and then of course we'd want to make it a very special bike. And I knew that people like, Roland Sands, a Krapovic exhaust, the Olin suspension. I mean, it goes on and on. There was a lot of manufacturers that would support it. And Bob got us the bike, and in no time we had Valentino to agree that he would do that, as long as Aldo Drudy, who does his helmets for AGV, as long as Aldo would actually do the graphic design. And so we went to Aldo, and he was gracious to agree to do it and donated his services. And so the body work was done in Italy, and then airshipped over here to put on the bike. And then as you see the rest of it, it's got all the top line equipment on there. And then next year we're going to sell the bike at an auction to help raise money for Riders for Health.
So as you'll see, all the running gear is kind of mentioned, and this is his graphic design, and we think it really epitomizes the look and the style of something that Valentino would truly appreciate, and it's a very exciting machine. And to my knowledge, I don't believe there's ever been a one-off bike done for him before. There have been some replica machines and some multiples that have been done, but this is, to my knowledge, working with him is the only time that this has ever been done. And so we think that will be one of the appeals in the auction, that somebody would have the opportunity to buy a machine that there's never been one like it. And I can tell you, after working on it for a year, I would really seriously doubt that there will ever be another one like it again. So
it's got the Roland Sands wheels on it with Bridgestone track day tires, because you'll notice that the bike is all stripped down. There's no mirrors, headlights. It's going to be sold as a track day bike. It's a licensed bike right now, and the buyer will get all the stuff in a box. I mean, if he wants to put the license plates and stuff on there, but it's going to have the neat, the good Bridgestone BT003 track day tires. It's got EBC brakes, Goodrich lines, Olin suspension front and rear. A very nice Krapovic exhaust with all the titanium mufflers, and you'll notice a nice little Riders for Health logo that they engraved in that. The Saddlemen Seat Company just came out with a new seat for the R1, and then they did a nice custom top pad with Valentino's 46 on the top of that. and all the, you know, just the top sport bike companies all kicked in, and not only Roland Sands, but Vortex and a number of you know, other companies, and then even internally we have a Dynojet Power Commander and a K&N air filter to make the thing run a little bit better, and so it's a very nice combination. But basically all the running gear has been upgraded to top of the gear stuff, and then Yamaha also provided some of their carbon fiber trim, chain guards and trim stuff, so it has a nice carbon fiber look as well. So they had numbers of that. Perhaps one motorcycle might go through enough communities in a month's time to deal with maybe 8,000 people in Africa and in places that they can't reach with cars and you know, Jeeps, those sort of things. And so it could reach a million people or more in Africa.